Hey there guys, this is Always Gaming here, and I'm just doing a quick unboxing of the Astro A50 headset. I recently bought this from Argos, had it delivered today, and had some problems. Packaging was a bit, well, as we say, a bit rubbish to be honest. So I've already opened this and had a look at it and seen, and just checked that everything is all okay. So here we go. So you just take off this front cover. There we go. And this is the box that comes with the headset. This is pretty nice box art. Shame it's a bit damaged. So I'm gonna open this up here. Hopefully nothing falls out. And there we see the headset. So I'm just gonna push it back here. I'll take the mix amp out first. So there we see we have the Astro A50 mix amp. On the back we have all the outputs. You have USB, you have your optical in, you have your optical out, your power and your auxiliary for if you want to connect it to a laptop. Just pop that there just for 1 second. And this is the headset itself. It's quite a nice looking headset. Quite light, not overly heavy. Yeah, it feels it's very similar in weight to the Sony Pulse headset, which I've been using. So that's not too bad. Plenty of give. It also moves up and down on the metal poles that are on the side. So it can really fit any size of head, and it also has a mic on the left hand side. Pull that down, fully adjustable, so it's very bendy. Also for the mic, if you put it full up, it puts the headset onto mute, so if you need to leave what you're doing for any reason, it's just a quick flick of the mic and you are out the game. So there's the headset. Just gonna take this out and just get rid of that over there. Here we have the Astro ease of use manual, and also a little welcome to the Astro family card. I mean, that's just probably warranty and so on stuff. It's a little quick start guide, and just tells you how to set up the headsets, the stands and so on, and how to connect it to your games console, which I'll talk more about in a second. The final piece of this box is just here. I'll get rid of this big box. So there is the stand, and here are some of the cables we have. So here we have a 2.5mm jack, which is also, which will go straight into the bottom of the headset, which is there, and then you can pop that into the end of anything that has a 2.5mm jack. The Xbox is a 3.5, but if you do buy the headset adapter for the Xbox, you do get an adapter that adapts to 2.5mm jacks too. So that's not too bad. You will need this adapter for using voice chat on the Astros. They are fully wireless on the PS4, but on the Xbox One they're not. They will only work with party chat wise through the adapter. So these adapters retail at about £20. So I paid £250 for the headset, so I bought this adapter about 3 days ago, so it's about £270 altogether. Here we go. Here we have a USB cable with a micro USB at the end. Well, we seem to have two of those, so I presume one's for power and one's for charging your headset. So we've got two of those, which are just there. Very similar to the, well, they're exactly the same as the USB cables that I use to charge PS3 controllers. Here we go. Here we have a optical cable. Yep. There's a SPDIF cable there, so that will go out of your console and then it goes into the back of the mix amp, so it would go in the optical in, and then the other end would go into your console, whether it be PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PC, or pretty much anything with an optical out. It will also work on the Wii U or home TVs as well, if they have the optical out, as I say. So that will just go into there. And here we have the stand. Now I've not looked at this yet, so I have no idea how to fit it together or whether I should even try at the minute, but I'll give it a quick go. Nope, that was a fail. Nope, failed again. Yep, this looks like I'm... oh no, hang on. I don't want to be defeated now. Yeah, well, I'll do that another time. So that's the base, which your mix amp will sit kindly onto. So it just sits on, and then you have the bridge there, and then you have a little top bit that just goes on at the top in some way or another. Whoops. And then it just holds your headset like so on top, so it's all neatly stacked away next to your console. Right, so I'm yet to use these. I thought I'd just get them unboxed quick and see them, show them off a little bit. I have got another headset which I use all the time, which is the Sony Pulse Elite headset. You can see fully wireless, very good headset, absolutely fantastic headset. I use this for PS4, it works totally wireless on PS4, and it works on the Xbox One through, again, the headset adapter, but it needs the wire to the controller. It will not work wireless game audio. You need the headset adapter for audio and chat for these. These are a very good headset too. Pull that wire out. There we go. Just make a little comparison in size. There we go. So Astro, Pulse. So as you can see, they're fairly similar. The headset, the head cups, sorry, on the Astros are just a little bit bigger. And when I've tried these on, unlike the Pulse headset, when you put these on, your ears kind of touch the drivers that are inside of the head cups. And with the Astros, your ears sit nicely on the cushions. Oh, my phone's going off. How embarrassing. So it's a better fit without them resting on your ears and, well, compressing on your head. There's also less pressure in the grab of them when you put them on. They sit nice and cozy. Whereas the Pulse, they're very tight. They feel like they're squeezing you a little bit. So it's always been one of the things with the Pulse. They're nice and comfortable to wear, but after a couple of hours you can really feel them pressing on your temples, and you really struggle a little bit from time to time wearing them for long periods. Also, battery life on the PlayStation Pulse is pretty poor. You can get about 4 to 6 hours depending on what setting you have and how far you have the bass impact and so on. So they're not great if you plan on having a good night with friends on like Call of Duty, Battlefield, FIFA, whatever you play. So the Pulse do struggle in that regard, which is what made me decide to get a different headset. And I've done a lot of research on the 850s, and I see people quote from 8 to 12 hours. So there's a vast difference in the headsets. The Astros also work on 5.8 GHz frequency, so it's not the usual 2.4 GHz like your internet signals, microwaves, and so on. It's more, it's a higher band, so there's less, there's less rubbish on the channel, kind of. So it just makes it a little bit clearer. It's better, less pollution, basically. So there's less to disturb the Astros whilst using them wireless, which is always handy, I suppose. Right, it seems like the weight, as I've already said, they feel roughly about the same weight between the Pulse and the Astros. They're roughly the same. yeah, yeah, I'd say they're about the same. The Astros do actually weigh in at 363 grams, which, if I do my maths quick, is about 0.8 of a pound, something like that. So they're pretty lightweight. They don't really, when I've wore them, I've not really felt like they're going to cause a strain on top of my head, or that I'm going to struggle to wear them for a length of time because of the weight. Whereas they feel quite cozy. Another thing, the build quality. I wouldn't say these feel as good as the Pulse build quality wise. The head cups shake a little bit in the metal frames. It's quite a bit, well, it's very strange. It's almost like it shouldn't do it, but I've seen other people talk about it. So it is an Astro thing. They're quite wobbly. When they're on your head, I don't think you'd probably notice it as much because you'd be pressing on them, but yeah, they are a little bit wobbly. They have the fabric cotton around the ear cups, whereas the Pulse has the faux leather or pleather or whatever you like to call it. Each has its own advantage, each has its disadvantages. The Astros, they're nice and soft. They give you plenty of air around your ears. They stop your head from sweating. So you're not really gonna, on a hot day, gonna be sitting there struggling too much with wearing them for a long period of time. Whereas the Pulse with the faux leather, they do get quite hot. They get a bit warm on your head. So that is always I prefer the Astros in that regard. Also, faux leather, as the Pulse are, they also create a better noise cancelling solution compared to the cotton head cups. The cotton usually leak a bit more sound, so it's pretty much swings and roundabouts. You give and take with whatever it is you want. So it's up to what you like. If you're sitting in a room with someone and you want to keep it quiet, the faux leather ear cups on things like the Pulse are the best for you to choose. If you're just sitting on your own and you want to keep yourself cool and less sweaty, the A50s are what you should be. Well, the A50 type cups are what you should be looking for. As well, I've just totally forgot what I was going to say. Build quality, that's it. I'm not doing build quality. I think I've done everything. Yeah. Oh, that's it. On PS4, the Astros and the PlayStation Pulse headsets only work after the 1.50 update. They will only work wirelessly after that update. So if you've not got a PS4 that's been updated to that, which by now you should, because it's been quite a few months since it happened, you should definitely take that into consideration for buying a wireless headset. You can just plug both straight into the controller of the PS4 if you haven't got that update for some strange reason, and just work it through that way. But yeah, that's just a little comparison between the two headsets. So far I'm quite pleased with the Astros. They're quite nice. They look the part. They have very few buttons, whereas the Pulse are like all sliders and buttons and profiles and so on. Where the A50s, it's just one roller in the bottom for your volume, and then you have your 3 presets at the top. You have a bass heavy one, a treble heavy one, and I think it's a music one. You have your power button just above it at the top, and then on the other side, oops, there it is, you have on the side of the ear cup, it's a button itself, which is voice on the red side and game on the white side. So you can affect whilst playing if you want to hear more chat or more game. So it's pretty neat. The Pulse also does it, but it has it in a slider, so it depends what you prefer really. Both the Pulse and the A50s are both wireless, obviously. 7.1 virtual surround sound, So it's one speaker portraying the sense of 7.1. So that's not too bad. Very few headsets on the market actually do even 5.1 natural, like as like a passive tech. So it doesn't really do it. So virtual is pretty good. It's not too bad. So yeah, the price I paid for the Astros were $249.99, which is very expensive. I paid 120 for the Pulse. This was about a year ago I bought the Pulse, and they've lasted me well. They've done really good. But now it's time to take a step up with next gen gaming. So yeah, I'm going to be writing a review very soon, either today or tomorrow, and getting it up on the insertcontroller.co.uk site, and that's where I'm going to put my feelings about sound quality and things like that. How well the mic does, and how I feel after wearing it for a prolonged period of time. I really want to put it through its paces before I put anything down or add another video to say what it's like. But it's very so far it's looking good. I've heard a lot of good things, so hopefully I'll come back and it will all be positive. Oh, I've just noticed there's a nice little Astro emblazoned on the top there. That's quite nice. But yeah, so I'm going to test them, and I'm going to hope that all goes well. So if you've watched this, thank you very much, and at the end of the month I hope to be bringing, well, I will be bringing an unboxing of Watch Dogs, the DedSec edition, and I think it's May 30th. May 30th will be an unboxing of the limited edition Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. So I'm definitely going to be doing both of those. So thanks for everything. I'm going to go and test these headsets now. Well, the Astros, I know what the Pulse are like. They're not needed. So thank you very much. One last look. Very nice. Thank you very much, and bye.